Alright folks, I am live. Give me just a second. I'm going to check the live stream on YouTube, and hopefully this live stream will work this time. Last time it did not, so hopefully this will be alright. So let's see how this is working here. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Not, so hopefully this will be alright. So let's see how this is working here. Alright, it seems like we are doing good. Want to welcome everybody here tonight, and just let me know if my volume is too low. I'm going to bump it up just a little bit. Welcome to the live stream tonight. I'm hoping that this will be alright. Really excited about this. I was going to make this into like a professional video and everything, but nowadays I just do not have time nor the patience to edit my own videos and to sit there and try to patch everything together and do all that stuff. So I've decided to make this into a live stream. So we're going to be learning this as we go together, going over this. And this is about one of my favorite topics, and that is 5 signature techniques. Well, at least 5 that I know of. Probably there'll be more down the line, but for now, at least 5 signature techniques of Marco Sfogli. And so I'm excited to do this, and hopefully everybody out there is having no issues or anything with the stream or anything like that. So I guess what I'll do is just keep my eye on the stream health in the chat, and if you have anything to say, please do so in the chat. Keep it family friendly. Ask you to do that. So right now what I'm going to do is head on over to my Helix LT. I've got the X-Edit loaded here. I'm going to go to my artist presets that I have, and I'm going to click on and enable my custom Marco Sfogli preset. Now there are links below where you can find these things, so definitely check out the links below in the description. In case this one is not listed, I'm pretty sure you can find it at ericbeatty.com/helix presets. That should be the correct link for that. So as a matter of fact, let me just make sure, see if I can edit that. Let's see here. Let me just go ahead and add that to the description. Alright, that should do it. Let me double check that link, make sure it's working. YouTube is not receiving enough video, blah blah blah. Big surprise there, right? Okay, so let me go back here. That's because I'm doing things in the middle of live streaming, probably. All right. Anything else I need to do? I think we're good. Okay. Alright, user experience will be buffering on the video to maintain smooth, blah blah blah. Anyway, hopefully that'll work. So we have the Marco Sfogli okay, quit giving me all these notifications here, YouTube. Alright, YouTube is not receiving enough to maintain smooth streaming. Viewers will experience buffering. Stream is healthy. Blah, blah, blah. So we have that enabled now. Okay, so I guess we're still live, so that's good. Alright, sorry for that. I actually have... we're going to actually be looking at some videos from Marco's playing that are on YouTube. And I'm going to give you examples of all of these that I have available, of these techniques. So let me go ahead and make sure everything's set up. Turn that down so that I don't wake up DJ if he's going to be in the bed or anything like that. Make sure my focus is on there. All right, so let's talk about some signature Marco Sfogli techniques. First one I have on the list is a bend to a quick trill slide. Now, I don't know what to call these. Okay, so this is my best attempt at calling these and naming these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to once again share my screen with you, and this time it's going to be my main screen. And if you just type in Marco Sfogli, there's a ton of videos that pull up, including the one that I've got going on now. So if you happen to see this, please do check this out. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell, because from now on, since it takes so long at the beginning of this, instead of sharing my live stream with all these different social media links and everything, I'm just going to leave it to those who are subscribed to the YouTube channel will get notified, and that can only happen if you've got the bell clicked, so that you'll notify when I go live. I hardly ever schedule these things. So let's go ahead and go with the first one that I'm thinking of, and that is Beneath the Surface. That's one of his most recent videos, and we're going to go over this and kind of show you. I'm going to point out when he does some of this stuff, and once again I'm calling this the bend to trill slide. Okay, so let's see about this and see what's going on here.
What's up, Vol Nation? I am here.
Well, we'll get rid of the ads first, obviously. All right. Start from the beginning. Right there. Okay, so if you want to watch the rest of this video, you can watch it on your own. It's called Beneath the Surface, and it's from his Melodic Rock Soloing 101 course from JTC, which I recommend. I've got that course. It's amazing. Learn a lot of good stuff. But anyway, let's go back to this and figure out this technique. Technique number one, the bend to trill slide. Okay, so let's find that. And that's very low gain, so it's not as much as I've got here. Is that what he's doing there? Okay, so the bend to trill. So let's take a look at this. So I've noticed, it's funny because once you notice things like this, you don't unnotice them, and you notice them everywhere. This is like when I whenever you see a car on the highway and you happen to not really notice it until you buy one, then you notice them everywhere. Okay, so it's kind of like that. So I'm just taking this technique here, and I'm not bending in tune, as you can hear, but anyway, that's beside the point. And so what I was going to say is that I've noticed just about everybody and their grandpa doing this lick now. Jack Gardner does it. Several other people do it. And it's basically you bend, and then you kind of do a slide, a little trill, and And then you pull off to, let's just say we're on the 11th fret, going to the, it's going a whole step up, so that's 11th to the 13th on the G. And then as you bend down, as you release that bend, you're going to come in and do a little quick slide and back. And it's got this nice effect and nice sound to it that's hard to replicate any other way. Then you pull off, in this case, to the 9th fret G, and then he comes down. Okay, so that's the whole lick there. But the technique that I want to go over is that bend to slide, the trill. And so that was in the key of, so we're in the key of, let's see here, E. In this case, we're in box 1. If I'm in box 1 of the minor pentatonic, okay, so that works on both instances, the major and the minor. Okay, so he does that a lot, and you'll see him doing that. Like I said, once you see this, you can't really unsee it. So, just for reference, let's see if he's going to do this anymore in the song. And let me go back to that, and you guys can kind of watch along here. There he goes. And this is, if you're thinking of major boxes, this is box 3, and we're coming in, from the 7th, the major 7th, into that root of the E. He does this a lot on the B string as well. And you got to get that pull off pretty, give it a little bit of a good attack there, because it starts to die. You can hear it dying there. Okay, so he does that there. He's probably going to do it more in the actual song, but for now, that's the first technique, is the bend to a trill slide. Okay, that's the first technique there. That was quick. Let's see another technique here. The next technique on my list is the note to quick trill slide. Note to quick trill slide. Okay. This is a difficult one to show. I can't think of an instance on a song that he does this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and show you the actual Melodic Rock Soloing 101 trailer, because he may do that in this. That's because that's from one of the melodic sales he's doing that I got this from, I think. There it is. Melodic Rock Soloing 101. And let's see, here's the trailer to that. Let's see if he'll do that in this.
Hey there, I'm Sfogli, and for the first time I share some of my melodic approaches in this masterclass at JTC Guitar. I'll show you how to build a strong melodic vocabulary so you can nail those big hooks every time. We'll cover melodic scales, technique-based licks and exercises, and a whole host of concepts that are central to how I approach melodic soloing. I have also included the full solo track called Beneath the Surface that brings together all these ideas. Download or stream my Melodic Rock Soloing 101 at jtcguitar.com and raise your melodic game.
Not in that one. And just if you happen to see where it says upgrade for whatever this, upgrade to interactive tab, they now include that for free. So if you buy one of their courses, they have that already available to you. So that's a really good thing they've recently done earlier this year. So it was not in this one. So let's go find another one. Marco Sfogli's, let's just say melodic scales. I wonder if there's any of those free. Now I have those, but I'm not going to show those because they're not. I paid for them, so obviously I want to do those things that they're paid for. So let me think of. Can I find any of these that have that in there? So let's just. This is a live stream. Let's just do this until we find one. Okay, so that's the plan. I didn't really go through these and pick these in particular. So what I'm going to do is go to some of these that I've been practicing myself, and one of which is Still Hurts. And there's tons of him playing this. So this may be in here. I'm not sure if it will be, but we're going to try it. Okay. And once again, the technique we're looking for here is the hitting a note and then doing the same type of trill. So let me see what I'm actually calling that. Note to quick trill slide. So this is a note. We're going to look for a note to quick trill slide. Okay. I don't know what's happening there. May do one or two in the song. Another one of those. Did you notice that? So that's another one of those bends, except it was bending downwards. Okay, so that was another one of those little bends. Just continue. We'll come back to that one because there was a technique I just seen that is there. So what I'm going to do now is, he may do it in this one. Let's do this one, see if I can find that technique in here. Yeah, Sfogli's awesome, dude. Have I heard the Distant Dream Spotlight? I may have. I'll have to check that out. Thanks for tuning in. What we're doing is we're looking on some signature techniques, and I'm just looking through these videos to find what I'm trying to explain. So there's an examples of doing that, and then I'll show people how to do it. So I'm doing this until I can find the right videos. And so this may be a few videos before I can find the right technique. So it's live, so I'm not worried about it. So thanks for joining us. Very close to what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, it's not in that one. Am I going to find this or not? I can't think of any of the songs that he does this in. So I'm just going through them until I find it. It's a signature because I've always seen him really do it, but I can't seem to find them.
Ciao a tutti, sono Marco Sfogli e nel brano che andrò ad eseguire utilizzerò la mia nuovissima Ibanez RG Premium, una chitarra di cui sono
There's one right there. Maybe. It's close enough. We may go a little further. Okay, so what I'm looking for is a picking a note into another trill. Which without that would be... And sometimes he does this... So that's one thing that he does a lot of it. That's not exactly what I'm thinking of, but it's very close. That's not how the song goes, but that's the technique I'm thinking of. Now let's watch a little bit more and see if I can find a better example of that. Let's back it up a little so you can see what he just did. Bend again. That little bend to trill. trying to practice and it gets tough. Sorry guys. Completely. There again. Thinking it's on this one either, so let's look for another one. Sunset Lights. Another one I've been studying lately. Great song, one of my favorites.
Moving into our first home came with a lot of
Take a second to check the health of the live stream. Looks good. Okay, good. Once again, guys, if you're watching this, think he does it in this one. Let me just pull up a melodic scale that I'm thinking it is, and I'll find the one I'm thinking of and then just show you that little bit of it, because I'm not really at liberty to show all the stuff. So yeah, that's it. Melodic scale, I'm thinking it's melodic scale 5, so let me just go there real quick. I'm going to mute this so we don't hear all of it either, so I don't have to worry about that. So give me a second. And that was it. Okay, so let me just show you this real quick. This is what it looks like when you get the package from JTC. It's the very first line he plays here. And it's kind of like what I just did, but it's, I'll try to explain a little bit different here. So here's the lick I'm looking to, or the technique, and that is kind of like playing a note to another trill. Okay, so he did that. Let me just pause it and we'll do that again. So that's just, that's tough. It's a very tricky thing to do. I mean, it could easily be he goes, he just does a little bit of a trill there. So it's just a little bit of an extra thing that he's doing on that. So let me go back to that, and if I go a little bit further, you'll see him do it like again. So let's go to that. Oops. He tried it again, but it didn't take it. Is he going all the way back to there? Yeah. He's doing it with the middle finger. And then coming back with the first. He tries to do it again, but it didn't take that time. And I wasn't showing it, obviously. But that is that technique, okay? So far we've had this, the bend to drill. And then now the note to drill. So what's the next one going to be? The next signature technique is a first finger bend on a previously played note. Now, I did see this on Still Hurts, so we're going to go back to that one. And he does this on quite a bit of things, so I may try to show a couple different things where he does this. Okay. And I can show you the lick that he does this on, so I can just go ahead and fast forward this.
One of the easiest things you
right there. Okay, so back there, watch his first finger. He's going to bend to a previously played note. Right there. Slow down. Okay. And if you go to that, I haven't done this in a while. Right there. And he could have done the same thing. So it's kind of the same thing. You play it and then you go back and bend to it. Okay, so he does that quite a bit on a bunch of different songs, a bunch of different areas. So this is the first finger bend where you play a previously played note but you bend up to it. And in this case, we're bending up to the third of a minor chord. This is what D? D minor. F sharp minor. Okay, so he's just bending up to the third. A lot of times that's what happens. Second to the third, it's a pre-bend too. Okay, so that's the third technique where he takes and bends to a note usually with his first finger. Now let's keep going and see if we can find some more instances of this in this song. If not, we'll try to find some more, because I just want to show you that it is signature, because he does it a lot. And by the way, the previous one where he did the seems like he's just recently started doing that. It's hard to find that in his older stuff. He does that more in his newer stuff, like the melodic soloing. He does quite a bit of notes like that in melodic soloing 101, melodic rock soloing 101 course, and potentially in his Homeland and Oogly World albums. He'll do that a little bit more. So let's continue here, see what we've got. Technically, he is bending to a previously played note. But what I'm going for is doing it with your first finger, and that's the technique I'm thinking of. First part is all this stuff again tapping. Does it anymore on this, so let's go back to Sunset Lights, which I think he does on that somewhere. Apologize for that. Stick an ad.
So don't let that chip spoil your...
Another ad. Again. Except this one was the first finger. That's kind of the same thing. Okay, so there's that one. Go back here. There's that note again. Let's go back to that, and you can probably see that happen here. Right here. couple of those happening. Let's keep going. First finger bend, and that's just going to. And now this is the note he's went to previously, but he's bending to. Once again, he's in that C sharp minor in this case because this is a different song. He's bending up to that third, that minor third. In this case, we are in the third, bending up to the fourth of the B chord. There's an arpeggio. So that's just the other technique I wanted to show you guys. Let's continue moving on. That's 3 techniques out of. Looks like I've got 6 here, so I may do 6. I don't know. Oh yeah, here's a big one. This is what I call a Clapton style backtrack, and not backing track, but backtrack. And if you remember, if you've ever watched my bluegrass video on backtracking, it's basically where you play a note, and if I was to give you an example of like Clapton. Where I'm playing a note, backing, backtracking, backtracking to that one. It's once again playing a note I played before. Okay? And he does this a lot in the reaction. So because I've been studying that one recently. So let's go to the reaction, and I'll show you. There's a lot of these areas that he does this in. There's at least 3 or 4 that I can think of. So this one will be a really good one to look at.
Utilizzerò la mia ed
right there. He just did one. So down here. There's one of them again. Then he backtracks. A little bar here with a ring finger. Okay, let's watch some more. There's a bunch more of these. Right there. Okay, so let's go back and replay it real quick so you can find it, and I'll slow it down. Okay, so that is it's kind of like that. So he does it there, and this is a good kind of way to, when you get to the end of a line, and it's a good way to kind of help you switch directions. So I'm going down, then I do this. I can continue my way upward if I need to. So let's continue. There's some more of these. Once again. Okay. There's another one. Except this one, let's see. He does kind of that. Let's go back and rewind that a little bit. Okay, so once again, the little back thing of so that's the backtrack is happening on the first finger here. When he does this, it's almost like reverse of that. Okay, so once again, like I said, this song has quite a bit of those. So let's go back, and it looks like this will be the only song we analyze for this technique because it's happening all over the place. Did a lot of those with the first finger there. There's another one. Go back so I can remember how that goes. Okay. Once again, he does that quite a bit, and that adds a little bit extra mileage to that lick. And if I play a little bit more of that, he kind of does the same kind of thing. I'll have to do the whole lick to get into it. But that kind of still same thing at pedal tone. Okay, so once again, that's just happening a lot in this song here. Oops. Okay, and that's all that happens in that song. Okay, so once again, that's the Clapton style backtrack. Okay. That is a very good technique and very good technique to learn anyway. So we've went over 4 techniques so far. We've got the bend to the trill slide. We've got the hit a note to a trill. Okay, we've got that one. We've got the finger bend on a previously bent note. We did that one, and I think I just showed you another place where he did it over here. In Sunset Lights, probably. And then we just did the Clapton style backtrack. So we've got, let's do 2 more. I'll do one for the total of 5 and then a bonus one. Okay, so the next one is subtle sharp bends when landing on notes. Okay, now I think this is one of his newer things he's been doing too, and I can't think of a song really he's done this with. Let me go ahead and go to one we haven't done yet, and that is one called Ambiguous Gifts. It's off his new Oogly World album. Really good song, and I want to do his newer ones because, like I said, this may be a newer technique he's doing. So let's see if we can find him doing this one. This was a, what did I call it again? A subtle sharp bend when landing on a note. Okay, so this is another technique. Let's see what we got here. Ambiguous Gifts, one of my favorites of the new album.
Replace your windows and doors.
There's one right there. I mean, you can't really even hear it, but he's doing it. I haven't practiced this one. I don't even know this one, so. Okay, so right off the gate. So there's right off the gate, he's doing a kind of a subtle sharp bend. He can really get away with, but to add a little bit more expression to it, really, really cool technique. And he does this a lot too with the higher strings. Let's keep going. There's another one. Okay, so once again we can get away with it. But he's got a Okay, going back to that. Sharp beat on that note. There's another note. One of the previous things would. Within my notes to a trill there. There's another sharp bend he did there too. Okay, so once again, another sharp bend. He's doing this all over the place. Once again, there it is again. It's a little subtle sharp bend he does on quite a bit of his new stuff. And I haven't heard a lot on his older stuff. But he's adding a little bit more expression, just that little bit of extra oomph to the song he's doing. So that's that one, and I could go on, but definitely you owe it to yourself to go check out these videos by Marco. I really appreciate him sharing this with and JTC Guitar as well, sharing these amazing videos with us and their courses that Marco does exclusively with them. I do appreciate it. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but I do really hold their courses and their products in high regard. The last one I will share with you is a descending thirds on D and low E strings. Okay, so this actually is in Beneath the Surface. So let's go back to that. And he does this quite a bit too. I think he's got a Metal Licks video he does, but I'm just going to show you this one instance. He does it in a few other things, but we're just going to do this one instance here.
What's up, Vol Nation?
There. Let me find out where he's at. Okay, so what he's doing here, let me just play the lick out. Is he doing it with a hybrid? Okay, he's just doing two downstrokes. Okay, so typically when I do this, before I saw Marco do this, I would do it I would do it with the adjacent string, the D string, in this case. But I saw him do it, and then he skips the string. He goes down to the string below it, and 9 times out of 10 it's the same shape. In this case, it kind of changes up here on the last one. On the last one with the D and G strings, we go back to this whole step shape, and with the A string it goes back to this kind of half step shape. So with the A string in play, and it's got a wider interval, and it sounds a lot better than. So we have. And there's several other places he does this. If I go to the Essential Metal Licks, I'm pretty sure he does this in that as well. 20 Essential Metal Licks. He does that in that package as well, I think. So let's look at the trailer here. 20 Essential Metal Licks. Yeah. It's not necessarily the price it is now. This was 10 years ago, so I'm sure the price has increased. But you get the gist. Okay, so once again, that was... And you can do that anywhere. If I'm thinking of... let's see. This already happens if you're thinking of... I think these are... I always get confused, either sixes or thirds. We already have that wider interval with those two. But on different strings, on the other strings, for example, the G, or if I'm even in the D string. And you got a nice wide interval sound, and it sounds really good. And you can do it on just about any of the strings. We already do it as well on the B and the, or the E and the G string. If we're in D shape here for the key of G. Okay, so we think to do it on those two sets and the B and the D string, but I hardly ever thought until I seen Marco do this to do it on two separate string sets, skipping a string in the middle, like he was doing it just then. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to cover tonight. The 5+1 bonus technique, signature techniques from Marco Sfogli. Once again, to review, at the very end we have a bend to a quick trill slide. And we have a note to a quick trill. Okay. We have a first finger bend on a previously played note. that minor third there, or like we've seen earlier in the B flat or the B major chord. And then we have a Clapton style backtrack. We have subtle sharp bends when landing on notes, which was on Ambiguous Gifts. Okay, so the little subtle sharp bends. Sometimes he just lands on I can't think of another example, but he does do that quite a bit, and that seems to be in his newer stuff, as well as the that little quick trill to slide, subtle sharp bends, and then the last one was descending thirds, which we just covered. You can do that all the way down. Two strings. As long as you know your shapes, it's going to be that whole step and then the kind of half step thing here. So, once again, do check out the links below for more videos that I've done based on Marco Sfogli things. I actually interviewed him in 2020 at the height of the COVID pandemic. And we sat down and had a good chat. And I want to do another video pretty soon if I can. Maybe another live stream of 5 things I've learned while taking private lessons with Marco Sfogli. Back in 2020, I had a month of private lessons with him. I think it was in July of 2020 when everything was shut down. And had an opportunity to have lessons with him. And it was a life-changing experience. It was amazing. And I learned so much from Marco sharing his time with me and doing that. And it was well worth the money that I paid for it. To me, it was like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And I would like to get Marco on here again for another interview as soon as possible. Maybe when I get everything moved into my other studio, which is hopefully coming soon. I'd like to document that as we go along as well, some of it anyway. But do check out the links below. The Helix preset is there available as well, the one that I've been using this whole live stream, to get those Marco Sfogli tones based on actual tones that he told me in his interview. I modeled it after his actual, what he was telling me as far as his tones were. So yeah, the videos that I've done in here, you can do a search for Marco Sfogli on YouTube and find those videos, as well as look at the videos in the links below that you can find some other Marco Sfogli-esque videos that I've done. Okay, so that's pretty much the live stream tonight. I've really enjoyed everybody coming to watch, and if you watch this later, please give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of content, and subscribe. Please click the bell notification, because you want to be notified if I go live. Then that's the way to do it, because I'm no longer going to be taking time at the beginning of this to share it with all the social networks and everything. If you want it, you will subscribe to the channel, and then you will get notified that way. Most of the time these happen at night, because that's the only time I get to kind of come down here and do these things, because I'm watching DJ during the day, my son. So, yeah. And this also gave me a good opportunity to play with this awesome guitar, these awesome pickups that I did a live stream on previously. 2 live streams back, actually. One of them kind of crapped out on me. And then this one. So, before I ramble on too much, looks like we've had an excellent stream. So thankful that it didn't crap out on me again tonight. Thanks to Sirach for coming to join me and leaving comments. And for others, I've seen there were some other viewers as well. Thanks to those. Maybe even one extra one looks like right now. But thanks to you for watching. And I will see you on the next video, whatever that may be. As always, God bless and keep creating. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next video.